You are listening to Salty's Fight Talk, hosted by the big, sexy, stay frosty fight fans.
Welcome back to the McBastard Studio. This is the Big Sexy, and you're listening to Salty's Fight Talk. Today, I have a legendary MMA coach, Mr. Kelly Davis. We're excited to have him in the room today. Kelly, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, brother.
A little bit about yourself. You're a world champion coach, correct?
Correct.
All right. And tell us a little bit about some of the people you've coached, the different styles of fighting, any big names you got out there, whoever it is. But we want to hear your story today. We're excited to have you on.
Okay.
So let's hear about it.
Yeah, they always kind of give you that same, let's hear about it. And I always kind of say, let me take it back, like the beginning, like fighting, why I got into it, why am I here, and stuff like that. I always want to give credit to my mother because she's crazy. That's that's just straight up and down. My mother, she loves blood and guts. She loves working on cars, and she loves to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Your mother sounds amazing. Sounds like my mom, just not the working on cars.
I'm like, are you kidding me? My mom raced cars. She drove 18-wheelers. You know what I'm saying? And then she'll get out and pray for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
She's a preacher. All of these things. You know what I'm saying? But she loved the fight game. And, she'd take me to the gym, and she wanted me to grow up and be a stronger man, me and my brother and stuff like that. But it was always... and the reason why let me back it up. The reason why she was like that was because my grandmother has 18 kids. And you know what I'm saying? Holy shit. And my mother's number 17. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So she's the last girl. You know what I'm saying? So no one gave her nothing. It was rough and tough. She had to fight to even get a biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So she was always like that. You know what I'm saying? So, having sons, she wanted to make sure that we were always going to be able to protect ourselves and fight. And, we were always getting our ass whooped by our cousins. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, because I'm originally from Mississippi, and she had moved us to Reno. You know what I'm saying? And that was a hell of a jump. You know what I'm saying?
Bet.
You're 99% black, to all of a sudden you're 99% white, and I didn't even know white folks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, damn, what's this? You know what I'm saying? I never seen blue eyes before. So I was like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Is this the devil right here? So it was just like crazy, from that. And then, she brought us, got us into the boxing out there and, trying to defend ourselves and stuff like that. And she always said, I never thought that you guys would, stick with it. I never thought, it would be a lifetime journey. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I still like to give you all the credit, for pointing me on the right direction, and building a career out of it. Since I was, I want to say the first time boxing, maybe 8 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, that's incredible. It's cool that your mom brought you into it. It wasn't something that, you necessarily were like, I'm going to go into. It was more circumstances, and your mom wanted you to be tough. She was tough growing up. She wanted to make sure her kids were tough growing up. So that's a really cool story that, it's not always the case that your mom's getting you into boxing.
100%.
So badass mom out there for getting him into boxing. That is incredible.
Yes.
So kind of leading into that, I know your mom showed it to you, but what made you say in my mind, I want this is what I'm going to do?
Right.
What made you fall in love with it? Fighting's incredible. It's an easy sport to fall in love with, but there's a lot of lows that come with it, but there's a lot of highs. But what brought you, and you said, you know what, this is it. I'm staying in this, Mom. We're going. I'm taking this all the way to the top.
Well, even with that, I didn't fall in love with boxing. Who likes getting punched in the face? You understand?
That's the lows.
But in the beginning, it's all lows.
Yeah.
There's no victories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You getting your ass whooped all the time. And like I said, I always go back because I was getting my ass toe up all the time. And every time I could hear her voice right now, you can whoop him, son. And I say, I can? I was like, did you watch the last fight? And I'm like, he's like, you can whoop him, son. And I was like, I don't know. And I got doubt. But she'd wipe the blood off my face and she'd say, no, you can whoop him. And I was like, oh, okay. I go hard charging, get that ass toe up again. I come back. I was like, you see what happened? She's like, you did better. And I was like, I did? She's like, you hit him one time. I was like, okay. I'd go hard charging. So every single time, she never let that doubt creep into my mind. She never made me feel bad about losing. She's like, I don't give a damn win, lose, or draw, son. Give him the best you can. Yeah. And I was like, You know what I'm saying? Stand up for yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Fight his motherfucking ass. Bite, scratch, do whatever you got to do. Just don't just roll over for nobody. And that's what got me. You know what I'm saying? And then when I started making that slight turn and you start winning a little bit, that's when the love. But she never let that doubt creep in. She never let that hate for the sport creep in on me when it was the dark days. And then it was like, okay, now there's light at the end of this motherfucker.
Yeah, my dad was a lot like that for us. And, we weren't boxers, but we played football and everything, tough sports. And, he always kept that mindset of win or lose, It's going to suck. It's going to suck sometimes when you win. It's going to suck a lot when you lose. But always keep that mentality, love the sport, love what you do, and just get up and keep going, more or less. And that's cool that you keep your mom, that vision of get up, keep fighting. And you put that towards life, too. I mean, when you're down in life, get up, keep fighting, keep going after it. But to hear, I didn't even expect this, to hear that it was your mom, I mean, it's incredible to me because you don't hear that a lot from a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people like, oh, my dad was up my ass all the time. Correct. You better be good at this sport. Instead, it's your mom just being a hardcore, badass woman.
Oh, my God.
And she wanted that for her kids. And that's what brought you into the sport. That's pretty awesome. So one question I like to ask, because we're kind of on this topic, is that first fight you had, was that a win or a loss?
Loss.
It was a loss. So in that first fight, it's hard sometimes. I mean, I played other sports, but that first loss, it's hard to think in your head, oh, shit, I don't want to keep doing this. I just got my ass beat, or we just got the shit kicked out of us, and we've just talked about this a little bit. But what kept you in the fight? I know you said your mom a little bit, but what got you back up and you said, I want to keep doing this? Because you see a lot of fighters, they come in, they do a few fights, and they kind of just step away from it. And, I think there's a few fighters right now that are, 0-3, and they just came out and fought, and they just won their first fight. And they were talking about hanging it up. These are UFC guys that, Marab, I don't know, he's top guy right now.
Of
but
course.
He was 0-2, was going to go work construction. He was like, screw it. And then he got a call to come back and fight one fight. And now he's a world champion.
Correct.
So what kind of kept you in that headspace to keep chasing that dream?
It's got to be who he surrounded himself with. You know what I'm saying? Because they never let you get down. You know what I'm saying? As I'm gonna have other guys I'm gonna bring up probably later on in the show, but they never let you get that down. You know what I'm saying? If me and you were boys, 50 grand, I don't give a damn if you got your ass. I'm still your boy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's who you surround yourself with. It doesn't matter if there's 30,000 motherfuckers out here screaming my name. I'm fighting for y'all. Yeah. My mom, my brother, my father. I'm fighting right there. You know what I'm saying? So those are the only people you really give a damn about. The crowd, that sounds great, that's cool and all that shit, but it's who you surround yourself with. You know what I'm saying? My fighters, look here, fellas, I don't give a, you know what I'm saying? Because you only come out with 50%. You know what I'm saying? The minute that other man steps in that ring with you, your percentage drops down 50%. That's it. So you can be the best 50% you got. You know what I'm saying? But if you lose or you give it everything you got, who lost? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What you mean? Yeah. You gave it all you had. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. It's just like the luck of the draw on some of the UFC guys because these bastards are so goddamn good. One shot. You know what I'm saying? One shot. You're beating his ass. I beat one fighter, beating his ass. I'm looking at him, man, we about to party tonight. We about to have some fun. I'm talking big shit. Turn around, motherfucker, broke my damn jaw. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. Shit, I should have been talking shit. I talked about that on my last podcast a little bit. It's like, doesn't matter how you think you're 100% ready for it, so is the guy across the ring. And you might be up on him. You might turn the wrong way. You might do the wrong move. That's it.
1 second later, you're asleep on the ground.
Correct. Because the better they get, you know, when you're a kid, they miss you like this. You know what I'm saying? The better guys you fight, they start doing this. And then you start watching the video and you're like, God damn, I'm glad he missed me with that one. You know what I'm saying? You're like, shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gone after that one.
And it's making noise when it go by. You know what I'm saying? When you're in there, it's making noise. You're like, fuck. You know, thank you, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I got out the way of that one. So it just...
I was watching a video the other day where guy was beating the shit. It was actually a BKFC fight. It was the last time they were in Albuquerque. They were throwing the highlight reels. Dude's beating the shit out of the guy. The whole fight. And he started talking shit. You can see he's kind of beefing up, telling him to come at him. Well, he threw a combination and missed, and the guy came up underneath with an uppercut. This dude's face is covered in blood. His eye is swollen shut, and drops the guy.
Correct.
Just like that, gone. The dude's winning the whole fight. I mean, another 30 seconds, that fight's over. He's going home. He's smiling. He's cheering. And that's how fast it can change. That was kind of my love, why we got into it. I never was a fighter, but we grew up watching every UFC, every boxing, anything that we could watch where somebody was fighting. That's why we took to the bare knuckle stuff pretty quick, because, of course, we want to see the knockouts, the more brutality. But just we grew up, and that's what I always liked. You know, that's your favorite fighter in there. He's the best in the world. Well, the other guy's been training for the last 6 months to beat the best in the world.
100%.
And he's taking him on. He's got him the first 2 rounds. Well, here comes the professional in the other guy and kicks him or knocks him out or takes him down, chokes him out, whatever it may be. The uncertainty of fighting is the most beautiful thing to me.
Trying to tell you, brother.
I mean, you never know.
And you better stay on defense. You got to stay sharp and stay focused.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of guys. I'm screaming at TV. I'm wishing they're hearing me. Dude, but you're letting your guard down. This dude's coming at you.
Oh,
please,
my God.
Please do some defense. You're in this fight, and you're yelling at him, and then bam, there he is. There he is. He's out. So when did your professional career start? I was kind of looking into you a little bit, but just want to hear more about when you got into your professional career.
Okay. Well, the professional career, it started and then it was over kind of quick. You know what I'm saying? Because and the thing about it was, like, I tell people I was an MMA fighter in 1988, 89. And I'm not even realizing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm Golden Gloves, I'm wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're so hard to fucking beat. And I'm like, for real? So now because people say, I was an MMA fighter before all this shit even started, player. I didn't even really know it. You know what I'm saying? But like with the first fights, you know, they were all kind of easy for me. You know, I never had real problems in those fights. But then I had my first MMA fight, and I was fighting this dude. He was all a 6'5", some crazy shit. You know, because me and my brother, we fight heavier guys because we're just denser guys, we weigh more, so they're always much taller than us. And so I'm boxing. I was like, wait, you know, you did the wrestling, you get your MMA. I was like, I got this. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, I got
It's
this.
easy. I got
It's
it.
nothing, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I'm standing in front of this man. We like, okay, this motherfucker kicked me in the face, and I was staring right at him. I'm looking dead at you. This motherfucker just kicked me in the face, and I was like, oh. And then in my mind, I was like, oh, motherfucker, you want to fight? You know, just pumping myself up. I'm mad now. So I'm hard charging. So I'm charged this guy. So he just grabs my fucking head, starts kneeing the shit out of me. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
What are you doing knees and shit? Don't know how to block knees. So I'm eating these fucking knees. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to go to sleep. You can feel yourself, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to hit him in the body as hard as I can, do the best I can and shit like that. But the grabbing, you know what I'm saying, the moving your head around, I'm thinking, you know, I'm boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit. And so I had clipped him and he went down, but he was tall. So he was like at my chest level. So I grabbed him, front headlock, and I just, with all of my might, I just pulled back, just leaned back as hard. I just kept feeling popping noise, pop, 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 pop. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna choke this motherfucker until he can't move anymore. So referee dives on me and shit, because I'm still choking the shit out of him. So After that, I ripped every ligament in my shoulder.
Oh, it was you popping.
Correct.
It wasn't him. Oh,
Correct.
shit.
So I was just pulling back so hard, it was just popping every ligament in my shoulder. And I just kept, it didn't, and the thing about it didn't really hurt. It was like uncomfortable, like your shoulders kind of out of socket a little bit, but it didn't hurt. Like it's like people say, like, it didn't hurt like that. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I had a boxing event in, I want to say Fresno. What's the crystal meth capital out there? Is it Fresno?
Probably shit anywhere out there. It's probably the crystal meth.
That's how I remember it.
Yeah.
It's all about crystal meth. I was like, it is? Oh, okay, whatever. It was just some random shit that's like, he was like Fresno. I was like, whatever. But I had a fight there, and it was so funny. It was like, and my shoulder was hurting, but I couldn't pull out the fight. So I'm just moving around. This guy's trying to kill me. And he's like, oh, like they're like, he's not throwing punches. So to him, he's like, I'm afraid. So he's trying to kill me. And I just lean, one left hook to the body, boom, down. But my shoulder's in my armpit. You know what I'm saying? I can feel like this huge bulge in my armpit. So I'm stuck like this. And the guy's like, and the referee go, did he hit you low? Motherfucker, what does he think he's gonna say? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What do you think he's gonna say? So they get up and they look at my shoulders in my armpit, and they were like, oh yeah, the fight's over. And that was kind of the end of my professional career, because it was like, I think my shoulder popped out maybe like 12 times or some shit.
Oh, shit.
It just kept coming out. So I could run and reset it, you know, inside the ring. I use ropes and reset it. And it was funny. It was, what's the guy the spider for the UFC members? Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva, yeah.
So I'm fighting him in LA. So he taught me how, because my shoulder kept popping out, remember? So he like showed me how to get it back in, and he showed me all this shit. And I'm like, okay then. So I'm running to the ropes trying to do this and get it back in and fight. But that was pretty much like the end of it right there for me. And it was like the journey into the coaching aspect of it, you know, so.
Well, yeah, so it sounds like you went from boxing, you were a very good boxer, and you said, hey, fuck it. Let's go try this MMA thing. And game changed a little bit.
Correct.
But you held in there. You did what you did to win. That's the best thing about MMA is somebody's beating your ass in one aspect of it, take them out in the other aspect. Beat them where they're not, you know, where they have no defense in it. Or, you know, you see a lot of guys wrestling and they just can't take the guy who can stand up and just beat your ass because he's just backing away, and every time you come at him, he's landing one on you. And then your adrenaline kicking, you're trying to choke the dude out. Meanwhile, you're actually terrorizing your own body.
Oh my God.
Which then comes to a career ender. But it comes into a different career in the sport, something that's hugely beneficial to these guys, and that's your coaching career. And I mentioned when we started the podcast, you are pretty world-renowned in that you've coached a lot of different guys in a lot of different aspects of fighting. You have BKFC, UFC, kickboxing too, boxing. So you're kind of all around in there.
There's not a title I haven't won.
That's awesome. So that's why we wanted you in here today. We have fighters on all the time.
Okay.
And 2 weeks ago when we had this, I said after the podcast, I was like, I really want to get a coach's aspect. The guys who train these guys. These guys are absolute warriors, but the coach is a warrior too. He's in there getting these warriors ready to go.
100%.
So your injury led to building fighters in a different way. So I kind of want to hear about your career in that, the people you've coached. You don't have to shout them out, but just some of the top people you have. I see that you're training a guy right now, if I'm not mistaken, Night Train, correct?
Yeah, Jerry Gooden.
Yep.
I've been training him for a few years now.
A few years, okay. So has he got any UFC bouts coming up anytime?
No, matter of fact, we got the UFC to release him. It was because, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? These cocksuckers, they want to keep him at a weight where he's never even made it. So I'm sitting there fighting with them over and over and over. I'm like, man, bro, you're tearing him down. He cannot make 170. His fucking head's hella big. I'm like, what are we talking about? He can't make 170. And they want to keep finding you, take your money, and they want, keep putting you in a weight group that you cannot make it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're setting you up to lose. Well, this is fucking setup, bro. Let him just move to 85, and see what you got. But it's always a fucking battle with them. You know what I'm saying? Always, always, always. So, I don't have too many good to say, about Nate Shook and all those guys. It's like, give me a break, bro. Let the man he can't make it.
Yeah, I mean, you think if you can't make weight, you just put your fighter in the next class. I mean,
You think it would be that easy. But these fucking guys, we don't have even enough room at 85. You're the biggest organization in the world. Stop
you can
it.
find a fighter.
Stop it.
There's a fighter out there that's
Stop it. Give him a 170 and let the guys come in at whatever weight then.
Yeah.
It's not hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? This ain't rocket science. You want to fight, I want to fight. Simple.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. So they're fucking assholes when it comes to that. And every time it's like, that's all I'm like.
Yeah.
I don't want
you as the coach too, you're getting them ready for stuff, and then you can't even get them they won't even let you put them in a weight class.
You know what I'm saying? Because the battle is him trying to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough battle when it comes to the fight game.
Yeah, you're losing strength. There's a lot of aspects that come from cutting that much weight.
Oh my God.
You got to go weigh in, and then like, oh, you can eat after, you can do whatever you want. Well, that's 24 hours before I go fight. Doesn't matter if I go eat 24 cheeseburgers.
Correct.
It's not going to do shit for my body.
Mm-mm.
I'm still torn down. I'm completely torn down to go into this fight.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this guy can hold. Yeah, he's probably beefing up to 170.
Correct.
He's holding a weight at 160 all the time. He's throwing 10 pounds on, which is giving him strength advantage, all types of stuff.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of bullshit with that, So, with that journey where you asked me how I got into it, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it because I had my younger brother. You know what I'm saying? So my younger brother, he was always, he'd be swinging for the fences, always trying. He was easy to beat up. You know what I'm saying? He was easy to beat up. And so I'm just telling you now, and I always like beat him up, or he was like a little crybaby. He'd always cry about whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So, and he's like trying to run to my mom. I'm like, that's the wrong motherfucker to run to. She's like, she's like this.
Go back over there. You can beat his ass.
Get your ass back in there. And I was like, no, he can't. You know what I'm saying? So beat the hell out of him, But he starts, we're growing up and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys remember Mills Lane. I know you guys are pretty young. Oh yeah, let me enlighten you.
Yeah, enlighten me on it.
Yeah, Mills Lane is the guy who went, let's get it on. He's a little guy. You know what I'm saying? But he used to be a boxer for the University of Nevada.
Okay.
So I used to go there and fight all of his guys, and we used to fight like hell. And I was young at the time and stuff like that. They would kick me out. Tomorrow you try too hard, you try to knock people out. Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Kind of the sport. Yeah,
I thought that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he kind of, and me and my brother, we were kind of getting in trouble, fighting, and just normal shit what guys do. And I remember we were watching the fights downtown Reno, and all of a sudden someone just slaps me in the back of the fucking head. It's fighting. As soon as I turn around, it's on, Jack. So I just turn and smash this moment. Little ass white dude standing. What are you gonna do? He's a federal court judge. You understand what I'm saying? He is one of the most powerful men in Reno, Nevada. Powerful as a motherfucker. Federal court judge, this fucking guy, Mills Lane. And he's like, you got all the talent and your brother, and we think you can do this, and you should move to Vegas. And I was like, okay. He goes, if you decide to move to Vegas, I will make the call for you. That's how his fucking voice is. I'm trying to help the man out. I'm trying to help the man out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help the man out, but
it's getting me. I got a good picture of who he is right now. Short little white dude. Sounds incredibly goofy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, but powerful, Jack.
Yeah.
Powerful. He, like I said, he's a Supreme Court judge in Reno. Crazy shit, right? So I'm like, whatever. So we start doing crazy shit, and we get off, and fuck it. Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? We're going down the wrong path.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's all fucking 7 days a week. It's drugs like a month. Let's say drugs, women, the sex, rock and roll, all of that shit. So we're way off base. So I'm kind of going back a little bit, but we're way off base how we get down. When we first got down, I skipped over, but how we get down there. And when he slapped me, he kind of slapped me back and corrected me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I want to give him credit as well. So when he did that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my ass. I'm gonna take my ass to Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this boxing game started. I know I skipped it, but things come back. I want to give these people credit
Yeah.
that got me on this path, and not just my mom. And I tried to go to his funeral and stuff like that. He went out kind of back because he had like a severe stroke. So he was like paralyzed. He was all fucked up. But I wanted to pay him homage, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to give me he didn't have to say how much talent we had. He didn't have to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This man's powerful. He's this and that. You know what I'm saying? So, being slapped upside the head shit, that sucks, but sometimes it's what you fucking need. You understand?
Well, he saw the value in you. He saw that you had the potential to be somebody.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 100, because, and then I was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So we get down, and it's funny too, because now we broke. So I'm gonna go as deep as you, because they said these shows, I'm gonna go as deep because I can't lie to you, give it to you deep. So we said, I remember, so we're at the bar, and we're sitting there, my girlfriend time, the wife and stuff now, but we're like, how the hell are we gonna do this? How the hell we need money to get to Las Vegas. We need money to do this. What we gonna do? And guy walks up to me and says, I heard you're a good fighter. Yeah. I got a problem with so-and-so guy. I was like, yeah. And he goes, I have this much money. He opens his wallet. Money like this. Hundreds.
Someone throws cash at you like that.
So-
You're like, what are we talking?
So I'm like this, right? But as he's watching the wolves in my group, he know he just fucked up. I'm gonna give this man credit too. He knew he just fucked up. So we're staring at him. Yeah. So he commits to haul ass to the door. So we're hot on his ass. They got the swinging doors.
Yeah.
Remember, like I said, clubs called Visions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The swinging doors. He goes through it, swings through a couple of times. I open the door. Open parking lot. As soon as I hit the door, man was gone. Gone. I send my brother that way. I send my other brother that way. You know what I'm saying? They run that way. No one sees the man. Gone. I'm like, what the fuck? We were just right behind him. Right behind him. So we go back in, and my girl, she's like, what happened? I was like, he just disappeared. What the fuck happened? We just disappeared. And so I was like, damn. So we're all distraught. We're in the club. We're pissed out. We had it. We had it. We're doing all this shit. So night goes on. It's time for us to leave. We get in the car. We're hauling ass. Got me a 71 Pontiac, 400 horses, absolutely beautiful shift kit. She's barking loud. Music's louder. And we're driving along. And I just take a look to my left. I see the man standing in the alley staring at me. So I look around to my brother, my girl. No one sees this fucking guy except me. So I look again, and it's like slow motion. I can see him. And I said, there he goes right there. So my brother hits the brakes, brakes. We take off running towards this guy, right? But he's still staring at me. He ain't said shit. He's got 3 dudes charging him at max speed, brother. He ain't said a motherfucking thing to me. Nothing. But he's staring at me. He ain't scream, run away, do something. So I'm like, this mother's got to have a gun. He gonna kill us. You know what I'm saying?
But shit's about to go down.
Exactly. But we're going straight at him. I'm like, his facial expressions ain't changed. He ain't doing a damn thing. If I'm lying to you, Lord, you got me. So my brother knocks him over. Boom. Right? So their other brother just ripping at this guy, but he's still staring at me. No facial expression, ain't making no noise. So I said, stop. Stop. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. My brother had ripped his pocket. I said, okay. I touched his pocket, saying what was there. We haul ass. The guy gets up, keeps staring at me. Never stop staring at me. So I'm running like, this guy's got to be fucking crazy. He's going to kill me. He kept staring at me. I'm like, shit. We get in the car. As I'm leaving, I'm still staring at the man. He just turns around, walks into blackness of the alley. No noise, nothing. I was like, oh, hell no. So I'm sick the whole time. We get to the house, we count the money. It's $2,700, all hundreds. I know I'm telling you this shit what I just did, but I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? It's that real. So $2,700, I split it up. Everybody gets $900. Boom, boom, boom. I give it to my brother. My other brother gives it back to me. He goes, I don't want it. I said, what the fuck you mean? What we do? Says, I don't want it. Gives it back to me. My other brother says, I don't want it either. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? He's like, we don't want it, brother. They said, you need to leave. So they gave me the $2,700. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I packed up my car and I left from Vegas that night. Never seen the man again. Never nothing. I said, I give you props, brother. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? We did. And that was 27 years ago. And I try to tell people every chance I get, what I saw, but it was always like I don't know, the spiritual things, you never know, but that was my story and I had my spiritual thing.
That's definitely insane. The just kind of appeared in the alleyway, no facial, no noise, no nothing, just stared at you.
He spoke to that one time, and after that, he never spoke.
Almost like a blessing or a curse kind of situation.
100%.
When we're young and dumb, we do crazy shit. It's how it
gets, and it gets better.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You just ask the Lord for forgiveness on some of these things.
100%.
But yeah, I mean, shout out to the mysterious alley man,
the unknown,
the $2,700 that never said a word, wasn't scared, wasn't nothing, then just turned around and walked off.
Correct.
Yeah, most people would be going insane or at least fighting. I know if somebody's running at me 3 deep, I'm going to try to take one or two if I take them all if I can, as long as I'm standing for as long as I'm standing. So
definitely.
Now, if it's for $2,700 nowadays, I think I'm just like, dude, just take it. I don't want to fuck with this. It'll be okay. But I mean, $2,700 20-something years ago I paid you to get to Vegas. I paid you to start your career. So,
and I did that. And I told Ring Magazine the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They were just like looking at me like, what? You know, when I got farther and I won all the title, they want to do a whole spread on me and my brother, the whole, the middle of the book, just like big old just spread on us, for winning when we weren't supposed to, And I explained to them too, and they're like, that's got to be a fucking movie down the road one day. And I'm like, I always want to say, I want to tell that truth because it's brought me so much good in my life. So it's like, I can't lie about the man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever it might be.
Or, I mean, you're bringing it out.
Correct. That divine intervention, shit like that.
Definitely. I mean, that was an incredible story to sit there. I mean, it sounded like a movie. You even described you and your Pontiac going down, you and your boys, your girl in the car. Next thing you know, you see the deal. I mean, I could vision the whole damn thing the whole time you're telling it to me.
Fucking A.
But that you guys are sitting in the club. What the fuck are we gonna do? We have no money. I'm being told I need to go to Vegas. This is where I need to start my career. And some mysterious man comes walking up out of the back of the club, offers you money for something, but runs away. And then you just catch him happily out in the street as you're going home. But no yelling, no fighting for it. Just pretty much take it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was meant to come to you in some ways. As crazy as that way is, that was your ticket. You asked and there it was. It's a badass story. They definitely, I don't know, we need to media team in there. We need to get this guy a movie contract on that. We need to get that story going. So when you got to Vegas, that's when you started your career. No?
Not really.
No?
Not really.
We got more to this.
Oh,
I like it.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah.
This is 27 years of a lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could tell you a story. 4 hours, 5 hours, nonstop. I'm telling you. But so the gym that he told me to go to, you know what I'm saying, Mills Lane. So we end up going to gym. It's called Top Rank Boxing Gym. But it's like a private gym. You know what I'm saying? It's like the baddest motherfuckers on the planet are in this gym.
Yeah.
We're nobody. So I knock on the door, like, who are you? I said, my name's Kelly Davis. Mills Lane told me to come here and that he would give you guys a call and, y'all would let us in. Guy says, okay. Shuts the door, goes back in, comes back out 5 minutes later. He called and said y'all would be here. They opened the door. We have absolutely nothing. No gloves, no, nothing. We're just here to work out. You know what I'm saying? And we get in there and the bad, you're in there like this at all. There's Floyd Mayweather. He's sitting on the sofa. I remember like he was sitting on a sofa talking to Richard Steele. We walked past him. I go in. There's other world champions in the ring. There's Kevin Kelly. He took a liking to us because my name is Kelly. My brother's name is Kelvin. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
He took a liking to it. So he gave me 10-ounce gloves the first day. You guys didn't have gloves, man. He goes and digs in his bag. Here, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? He just gives me gloves. So we're at the gym, but these guys are like in a whole nother stratosphere, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you are not gonna win. And Top Rank is at the best of the best. And then like he was like, you need to go to this gym. These guys are too good for you. You're like, you ain't lying, motherfucker. Go to this gym. You know what I'm saying? And so they would point us in the right direction where to go and how to do such. You know what I'm saying? So we would go, but then we would just go get our asses whooped. These guys are like immaculate. You know what I'm saying? We're just getting our asses whooped from jump. We would keep trying, but you're just boom. But it's a different aspect when you get to the highest level. You know what I'm saying? People, you just get beat up. Nah, nigga, you get stretched. You get stretched. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that every day. I'm talking, they're going to knock you smooth out every single time. You know what I'm saying? So like watching that. So that was a whole eye opener at the Las Vegas side because, you're doing amateur shit, fighting other kids. But when you get down there, it's, man,
you walk into a gym, you don't know where the hell you're going. The first person you see walking in, for me, if I walked in and some guy said, hey, you need to go to this gym and train, these people, they're great. They'll take care of you. Mm-hmm. I walk in, some of the dudes I'm going to fight, and I see Floyd Mayweather. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to walk back out. I'm going to go try to find a gym down the street.
Correct.
I mean, I know they say to be the best, train with the best, but if you're coming in at the amateur level and then you got dudes like that, it's a whole different ball game.
Man, bro.
I mean, it's like that with any sport. And no matter how tough you think you are, those guys are, one, professional and have perfected their craft.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their livelihood.
Man, these are literally the baddest men on the fucking planet, all in one spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't doing shit in there. I mean,
get up out of here, bro.
Might get to be cool to watch, see them all, be in the awe, but
one punched me in the arm and I fucking took a knee. He punched me in the arm. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold up. Whole different stratosphere.
Yeah.
Whole different stratosphere.
So didn't start your career, you went down, you kind of moved on to the next gym. Were the guys at the next gym still beating your ass?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you know what I'm saying? My arm was already, it was still hurting and stuff like that. But then that's when the transition came, because I have, my mind works where I can see the problem. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? From being an inventor and stuff like that. So my mind seen it. So I told my brother, I'll work, you go and practice real quick. And then I'll pay, like at the time it was Roger Mayweather. He was training the lower level guys. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I'll pay Roger and then I'll go work at the fucking, I was working at the disposal company. So I worked from 4 a.m. to 12 to kind of beat the heat in Las Vegas. And then I would shoot over to the gym right down the street. Nevada Partners at the time. So when I was doing that, so I give him some money. So which I did. So I would see my brother and then I would say, okay, but I wanted to learn as well. You know what I'm saying? But I was hurt. So when I was doing that, so I paid him like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So when I go back after 3 months, I see my brother. He's still getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's trying.
Yeah.
He's trying, but he's getting his ass whooped. So and then down there, everyone talks shit because these are the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. They'll fight you in a heartbeat. You fucking suck. You like shit. Bitch ass. They gonna talk shit to you.
Yep.
And then when I would come to gym, they go, he's so sweet. I can hear it all day. You're so sweet. Look at him. He's so sweet. They talk the most shit.
That's like, just pissing you.
Oh my God, bro. You're like, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. And I believe when I learn this, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? But you could never get on their level. You know what I'm saying? But the light came on. I remember I'm standing at the back of the room. They're laughing at my brother. They're making fun of him. And he's fighting a guy. His name Duncan Ducor. You know what I'm talking about, Duncan. So he's this big black motherfucker, 6'5" African, muscles on top of muscles. He blacking this goddamn wall. I ain't bullshitting. His eyes are red as fuck. Scary as fuck, man. But he knows how to fight. He's a silver medalist from Canada. You know what I'm saying? African, but he fought for Canada in the Olympics. So he's a bad dude.
Yeah.
So, but my brother has got him moving around the ring. He's whooping his ass, yeah. You know, and he's 6'5", 250 pounds. My brother's 5'8", 200 pounds, about 205.
Yeah, dude's an absolute unit of a human. That's,
oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just cut out of granite, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
So he's beating the shit out of my brother, but I'm like, he's still running around, bro. He's whooping his ass, but he's running around. So everyone's laughing at my brother. You know, I mean, Roger's laughing. So I'm paying him, you know. But now, if someone's outside laughing at your brother, I already know what you're going to do. I don't have to ask any questions. If he's out there trying and you're laughing at my family, so you get where I'm going.
Yeah.
So I'm getting angry. So I walks on over to Roger. I say, hey, motherfucker, I'm paying you money, man. He looks the same. You don't know shit about boxing. You don't know shit. You can't even fight. You get your ass whooped. But Roger's, 2-time world champion? He's a bad motherfucker. Cool. But I do know street fighting, homie. You understand? I know how to fight, but I can't fight on y'all level. But I know you motherfuckers don't know how to wrestle, and I know you don't know how to do none of that shit. So I hit him with a chair. You know what I'm saying? So I hit him with a chair. So that was my first step with the Mayweathers, where we don't like each other. So I hit him with a chair and we start fighting and shit. We gets down. So that was my first day of saying, I'm gonna coach you and we're gonna win. In my knowledge of boxing, we're gonna win. Damn all the ass whoopers, damn all the ass whoopers we getting, but we're gonna win today. You know, and that was my first day of saying, my coaching career started in 1999. You know what I'm saying? That's the first day, and that's how we got into me
so
coaching.
don't make fun of somebody's fucking brother. We're going to train you. We're going to kill you.
Fucking A.
So don't make fun of family. That'll put us in a new level. So good news is my little brother's out there somewhere. He can handle himself now, but if someone does or comes for him, they'll die.
Mm-hmm.
So very quickly. So I don't care what I got to do to win that fight. I'll make sure that they die. So, and we'll take them on together. So he can handle his own pretty good. He's
and saying, like, all of a sudden, you know, he's like, you say your brother 19. So today, right now, he's in there fighting Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
He's giving it what he's trying. He's going to give it what he's got.
Yeah.
But
it's
levels to this game. Yeah. This fucker's way up here. Your brother just fighting off hardened balls, goddammit. And you're going to make fun of him? Who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck are you making fun of someone that's trying against the deck is stacked, brother? Hey, but he's trying.
It's an unfair fight. He's still standing in there. How many men, you put a room full of men, 100 of them, you put Anderson Silva in there and say, hey, why don't you guys step out here and fight this guy?
Correct.
You're probably not going to get anybody to step out there and fight that fucking guy.
Fuck no.
You ain't going to get anybody to step out and fight Mayweather. You ain't going to get somebody to come out and fight Tyson. I wouldn't fight Tyson right now. He'd beat the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't fight him until he's 90 years old and in a wheelchair. He still might stand up and beat the shit out of me one last time. So
I try to hit him with a chair too.
Tyson?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, shit. Now you got to go into that story.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, he stole my brother's tattoo.
On the face?
Yeah.
So your brother have that tattoo on his face?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
And then Tyson he took us to his house and he copies the whole thing. So I said, bro, my brother's a stupid ass for putting a tattoo on his face. He did it when he was 19. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? So a couple years in Vegas, you know, because we were knocking out everybody. So he tried to invite us to his house, you know, and because we were knocking out everybody, he couldn't.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to bring us to his house. And he's sitting there and he just copied my brother's tattoo. Only difference is my brother goes like this. He took it and made it go around like this.
His face.
And then he tried to say, oh, I got it from a war family. No, give us the credit, motherfucker. You know who we are. You know who we are. You know what I'm saying? He knows who we are. You know what I'm saying? Because I ran over a couple of his friends. So I'm like, you know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm psycho when it comes. I'm no different than any other person when it comes to their fucking family or it comes to their fighters and stuff like that. You know? So Nevada Partners was, like I said, the Wild Wild West. So I didn't know shit about boxing. You know what I'm saying? I knew shit about it, but I didn't know how to train.
Yeah.
I know how to develop the fighter. So, and then one thing about it, those guys it's like a farm, coaches. They don't have love for the guys. They do, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? So there's no love different than what you got for your brother. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Then say, okay, I train you. Yeah, we love the same thing. Yeah, I got love for you. I'm not going to let you get hurt. I'm going to do my best for you. But when it's blood, it's different. Because now I have a boss. I have to check in with my mother. Because I have a boss now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These guys don't have nobody checking, but I do.
You want that call from your mother. Why's your brother getting his ass beat every week?
100%. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn, but the gift about Las Vegas is you get the baddest motherfucking fighters in the world. So you get the trainers with you. Then I said, okay, you just beat my ass with a jab. I'm going to learn. So I would watch. How does this coach? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Thale Torrance, his fighters will jab the fuck out of you. One of his fighters is called Sir Jab-A-Lot. I can't make this shit up. He's a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? He would come in the gym, pay him $20 for some crack, beat the shit out you. Sir Jab-A-Lot, no teeth, no nothing. He rides a bike up and down the street, but he was a pro fighter. But he's a drug addict, cracked out. So I would learn, this guy jabs the shit out of me. Then they have the body snatcher. You know what I'm talking about, body snatcher? That's all he does is break you up. It's Mike McCallum. He breaks you up. So I said, okay, let me learn what he does. Because we're short. You know what I'm saying? We're fighting guys 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 6'9". We fight to do 7 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? So you had to learn. So once I got it all learned out, the style that you're going to fight, I wrote it all down, got every schedule. And this is what, once I got it out, it took me a couple months, but once I got it all down, I said, okay, brother, this is your style on paper. This is what we're going to do Monday through Saturday. We're not going to get off of it. We're not going to fucking change. We're not going to do nothing else. So we learned where they ran. We learned how to do the right push-ups. We learned everything. Doc Brodus, I love you. He's 98 years old at that time. 98. This fucking, he trained George Foreman.
Okay.
So he's the guy for the movie. He changed George. He taught me how to say, you do push-ups like this, you'll punch a hole through anybody. And he goes, no one fucking listens to me, but no one helped me. So I'm listening.
Yeah.
So I'm listening. He said, you got to do it like this. And I said, really? You know what I'm saying? He said, do it like this. See my knuckles now? He said, do it like that. I said, you're right. He says, you'll punch a hole through any man. Cool. I said, cool. So I listened. I added all on the list. And I be damned. We stuck to that every fucking day for 3 months. We didn't spar nobody. We didn't do shit. We did it for 3 months straight, up in the mountains every single day. And it was like, we went from this guy to this guy in one fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Or that one day we went back. It was like, we were a totally different guys because one punch selection dictates what that man wants to do. You're 6'5". So once you start learning the art of fighting, I see your brother, he's tall, he's long. Why would he let me get to him? That don't make no sense.
He's
right?
not. Yeah.
Correct.
I don't want to mess with him now. He's got more reach on me. He'll fuck me up if I can't get him inside of him. He's going to mess me up.
Mm-hmm. But then Thale Torrance taught him how to jab me. Got you. So I know what punch I'm supposed to do. You step into a jab. You step into a jab. Cool. I was eating that motherfucker. So the shorter man has the longer reach than he does. My arms are longer than his. And I can show you how it works. You know what I'm saying? So you use the art of him stepping to me and my arm, I'm going to start my punch farther than his. So when I come to him, I'm going to launch from a different position than he launches from his. And it makes my punch twice as hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once you learn the art of it, then all of a sudden when they're saying, jab him, keep his little ass off, stab him with the jab, that same hard jab, all of a sudden I'm launching and it's making my punch twice as hard. So they don't throw. All of a sudden he stops jabbing and they don't understand why. And now I got you. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing to get to you. Now I got you. So once you learn the art of what you're doing, man, please, it don't make a damn bit of difference if you this tall. Because you're this tall, stay this tall. That motherfucker be tall as a ceiling. He has to come down here to hit me. Yeah. But if I'm going after him to reach to hit him, I'm the one wide open. You ain't gonna knock nobody out like this.
Well, all your power is your force is going right into him. He's stepping through, so he's off. And now you're coming up with just an absolute blow.
Oh, man.
I mean, that is a total difference of power.
Mm-hmm.
And coming up from the ground in anything with speed is a lot harder than coming straight out at somebody.
Mm-hmm. And then you mentioned Mike Tyson. So you'll hear the guy say, okay, body, head. Why does he say that? because he makes him low. So it's an automatic defense with offense. Body, head. This is a vital spot, solar plex. This is a vital spot, your liver. And then when you throw the punch from there, it's really an uppercut, but it's straight to this point. It comes at a different angle. So you have 3 vital spots on a 3-piece combination. You hit 3 vital spots on the man. Yeah. Nobody does that. You know what I'm saying? So once you learn that, I'm going to hit that spot, and that spot on 3 punches. And I'm only this tall. So then once you learn it, they become fucking easy. Then you start hurting them. Then you start smashing them. And remember, I told you I was going to kill you. Remember, I told you I was going to get you. Then we start knocking them out, beating the shit out of them. And then they stop sparring us. And then I would come outside. So I'm on the outside. Once they wouldn't spar us, I would fight them on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So it was blood and guts. Blood and guts. I shit you not.
And I mean, as a coach too, that's the whole thing about it. And you took that for your brother. I mean, you sat there and you watched each person. That guy got me with the jab. I got him with the jab. That guy got him with the body. That guy's 6'7". He's being coached by this guy. This guy knows how to beat him here. I'm going to take that and I'm going to build a whole schedule for a whole fight plan for my brother that way, or for whoever I'm coaching at that time. And that's how a coach is. And there's a lot of coaches. You said it's like a farm out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, every coach is going to coach exactly how they want to coach.
Exactly.
A lot of them aren't going to they're not going to look at the fighter and say, you know what, this guy's not going to be efficient in a jab. He's going to be better getting in close, hitting those 3 punches to his solar plex, rib cage, liver, wherever it may be. They're going to say, this is how I've trained this fighter. This fighter was the best. I'm going to train you the same way. And part of coaching is looking at the team you have or the fighter you have.
100%.
And building a certain plan for them so they can be successful.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just teaching them some shit, yeah, you might be the best coach ever, but if you're just teaching them the same shit that worked for this guy, well, that guy's 5'6" inches taller, bigger. I mean, yeah, that guy could be taught by anybody. He's going to kill you. He's just a specimen. So that's huge. So that's cool that you went in for your brother and you said, you know, fuck it, I'm going to pay for you. I want you to train. But in doing this, I'm going to watch every aspect, everywhere that you might be getting beat. And I'm going to build you a plan that when you come back, we're going to beat the shit out of these guys.
Correct.
Every single time.
Every time.
So that's awesome.
Because you never make a cookie cutter. You don't make I don't make the fighter revolve around me. You understand? Yeah. You have to revolve around him, what God gave him. You got to train him for his size. And then, most importantly, it's his fucking mentality, Jack. You understand? People don't even take this. What's his mentality? Oh, I want to fight like Mike Tyson. Oh, okay, get in the ring. The truth is going to come out exactly who you are. You're running around. Mike Tyson don't fight like that. Oh. That's a mentality, brother. I can't teach you a mentality. That style is around the mentality. Now, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Mayweathers, you all suck when it comes to training, because they train the same exact style for everybody. Like, what are you doing, bro? He can't fight like Mayweather. He can't do all this dumb shit. The guy will fucking knock his fucking head off. Yeah. You understand? I'm like, are you kidding me, man? He can't fight like that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to you have to work around what you have. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have, a plan for a guy that wants to attack and he's this short, or a guy that wants to attack, he's this tall. You know what I'm saying? A guy that wants to lay back, he's short. A guy that wants to lay back, he's tall. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta train on the back foot. You gotta train on the front. So you gotta know what this man is made of. You understand? My daughter, this motherfucker she's fought her whole life, her entire life. Since the day she came to this world, I've been having her punch. And she's a pussy.
Yeah.
If you talk to her, if she came here, you would never in a million years think she can fight. She is the most scariest motherfucker you want to know. She'll get bullied and has never lost a fight. She'll get bullied. I don't like it, daddy. I don't like it, daddy. Go take her to the ring, like a box, beat the shit out you.
Yeah.
The craziest shit. I'm like, baby, you're the most dangerous girl ever. But it's a mentality. Yeah. Just because she knows how to fight, she doesn't want to be. That's not who she is.
Sometimes those are the scary ones where they don't. Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of guys come out hot, beat the fuck out of you, I'm the best fighter there is.
Oh my God.
Not 30 seconds into the thing, the guy that stayed quiet, very calm, you might see him on the street, you might not think he's a fighter, is beating the shit out of you.
Correct.
He's absolutely just back there beating, and his mentality is completely blank. It's like nothing's firing in his head. But, we've always been warned growing up, always watch out for the silent kid.
Fuck.
Don't fuck with the silent kid. If he looks like he's slightly dangerous and he's quiet, don't fuck with the silent kid. He's
We had
gonna
a white
get your
guy.
ass.
The white guy.
Yeah.
Because I say the gym is black, Mexican, everything. White kid. His name was Wolf. This motherfucker, we called him Wolf because he lived in the back of the gym on a school bus that they converted.
Yeah.
And he had a real wolf in this motherfucker. I'm saying, fucking big ass wolf. We're like, what the fuck? But this motherfucker here kept to himself in the back of the gym, never really spoke, kept to himself, bad in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we get like new guys coming to the gym, and like, who you want? We all stand in line, who you want, baby? You know what I'm saying? He's like,
Give me Wolf.
give me the white guy back there.
Yeah. And you're like, okay.
We're like, you want the white guy? All right, Wolf, get over here. So he's in the ring, he's warming up. All of a sudden, the gym has got quiet. It's 100 people in there, 100 fighters in there. It's got quiet. We all standing around the ring like this. Yeah, we placing bets. What you got? I got $20. You gonna make it 2 rounds. So the guy's looking around like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, motherfucker, you picked the wrong one,
You
player.
picked the wrong motherfucker.
If this white boy walking around here, ain't nobody fucking with him, you understand? And you come in here and pick, we like, oh, shit. Man, 30, 45 seconds later, get your ass up.
Yeah. Don't fuck with the quiet kids, people. Quiet guys are the scariest.
Like, man, this dude is the truth, bro. This motherfucker is the truth. Don't come in here with that bullshit.
Usually the guy talking shit is
right.
going to be the guy you're going to knock out anyways.
Yeah.
Whether might not be so in the professional level. Most times in a street fight or something, you got the guy running his mouth. That's all he can do.
Right.
So he's trying to use his mouth first to make it scary. Then he's
Oh my God. Trying to play that
10
racist
minutes
shit.
later, you're on top of him, beating the shit out of him. So
Yeah, I'm like,
and you're like, oh, all those words were cute 5 minutes ago, but now you're getting your ass beat. You're not that tough.
I'm like,
buddy.
stop it.
Yeah. So
Because we had another white boy, Paul Spatafora, Pittsburgh kid, fully tatted up, gang member like a motherfucker. Empty spot on him. Beat the shit out of Floyd. Whooped his motherfucking ass. Coming on, I'll fight that white boy. Can't do shit. He whooped Floyd motherfucking ass. Beat the shit out of him. They got it on. It's got to be on film. Paul Spatafora. Check him out.
all right.
Man, Pittsburgh kid, straight gamer, drugged the fuck out, but will beat your ass. Yeah, he whooped Floyd ass like a motherfucker.
Well, and when you grow up in street fights and stuff like that, I think that see a lot of fighters when we talk to them or hear stuff about them. A lot of their success was when I ask them, what got you into it. It wasn't like your mom got you into it. When I asked them, like, I just grew up getting my ass beat, and then I just started beating the shit out of people.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed to myself, but when it came time, I just started beating the shit out of me. And then I decided, I'm going to go get a coach that's going to train me to beat someone's ass even worse than I'm already beating this motherfucker's ass. So those are always scary dudes. And I guess growing up in the gang world and probably didn't live the best of lives. If that's what
100%.
he got into. But he's already a bad motherfucker. Back to that mentality thing. His mentality, when you're in a gang, your mentality is your top shit.
Correct.
I mean, you're already coming into the ring, you're top shit. You're top shit in the streets, in the ring, wherever it may be, you're top shit.
Fuck yeah.
So, and someone like Floyd Mayweather, he loves to talk mean shit.
Mhm.
We grew up watching him, but I think he's more of a showboater than anything else. I don't know. There's a lot of guys out there, I think, that just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, he has zero street mentality. Zero. He'll run away. He'll literally run away. He won't fight like that because he's been bred and designed in that world of boxing. It's safe.
Yeah.
He can play in that genre all day long, all night long because it's safe. You know what I'm saying? So he don't have to worry about a lot of things because it's still controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Out there in the streets, ain't nothing controlled. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't gonna be on an offbeat. He ain't gonna fight that shit no offbeat. Oh hell no.
That's why I like to see boxers sometimes, and you did it, so for a fact, they switch over into that MMA world, where they kind of lose that safeness of that fight, which boxing is still incredibly insane. I mean, the punches, everything, but you step into a world of now it's mixed martial arts. Okay, you can come out punching at me. Well, I'm going to flying knee kick you to the bottom of your chin, or I'm going to kick you to the side of your head, or I'm going to get on top of you and choke you out. I'm going to put you in an arm. There's all types of possibilities. So I've always, there's been a few fights over probably the last 10 years where, you've seen boxers come in and they just get worked.
Correct.
And
Because range and distance different, and punch selection is different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So conventional jab, no. You can't throw a conventional jab with MMA because they're going to kick your fucking calf off. You understand? So you got to change that jab up, and you have to change the way the jab's got to come from your hip. You know what I'm saying? So once you learn those two things, it's a smoother transition for you while you're still learning.
Yeah. So when you're training a guy for an MMA fight, so is the boxing, is it the coaching going to be a little bit different than like what you would do for a guy just going into a straight boxing match? Because I mean, I know you guys are working on boxing while you're doing MMA. They're working on ground game, everything. So are you switching up a little bit on the boxing? Like, how are you coaching that?
That is, like I said, you change up the punch selection, and the range and distance is going to be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to where his legs are a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So you got to know where you're coming from and keep the right range. And then if the guy's more of a ground guy, like Jared, he fought a Brazilian guy, and pure ground game, but he wants to kick your calf, and he's going to go to the ground.
Yeah, they're the most boring fighters ever.
Correct.
God,
so
so
I changed his jab. I brought his jab from the hip. And so people like, what? And I moved his front hand to the front of his face and to bring his jab from. So he's stabbing the guy right here, but he's from a farther distance. His jab is longer than his foot. He can't even kick him. You understand? But he's step. So he got 16 punches right there. And the guy wasn't even blocking him. He just kept coming. But when he tapped him on the chin, knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Because, he over respecting that punch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, he just touched me in the guts. You just touched me in the guts. I'm like, he's eating your energy. You hear me on the film, keep taking his win. Don't keep taking his win. That's all I kept saying. What I do? Keep taking his win.
Yeah.
That's it. There's only so many you can take right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's Soulplex. I mean, you hit that right one good time too. That'll put a man down on the ground.
He landed him 16 times. All 16 landed.
Yeah.
I was like,
and that's gonna hurt. That's a lot of times, I've watched fights with people that don't know shit about fighting. They're like,
oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, he's only working, right here. I'm like, yeah, he's hitting him in the rib cage. I don't know if you understand this, but if I just walked up to you, just me, I'm not even a professional fighter, and I hit you in the rib cage 15 times, after the second time, you're going to be crying on the floor.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And this guy's working that. So what he's doing is he's going to get that guy to then go and try to hide and protect that.
Hmm.
So now he can only work from one side.
Correct.
Now he's opened up the fight to a new realm. He's going to just start wearing him out.
And once that solar plexus, everything comes from your core.
Mm-hmm.
Once your core is compromised,
Yeah.
There's your power, your kicks, everything is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Your chin's gone.
Yeah, people don't realize the kicking too. Like you sit there and wail on somebody's leg, you'll start to see fighters and they got to switch stance.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of fighters, they want to stay in that comfortable stance. And then you get them to switch. Now their load, their punch, everything changes. Everything they had designed for that fight is completely flipped.
Or they're block it, block the kick. I don't teach that. I'm like, brother, you know how much damage that is? Shin on shin, you still try to do this shit? I'm like, nah, brother. I don't believe in that shit.
We all watched Conor McGregor, what was that, 4 years ago? Go to block that kick and watched his entire freaking leg snap in half. I was like, holy shit. Just take that kick at that point.
Just that right there.
Yep.
Just lift your foot up.
Yep. I mean,
that's it.
It's a little bit different, but I played some lacrosse back in my day. I was a goalie.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucking ball, I don't know if you've ever seen a lacrosse ball. It's like a hockey puck, but it's a ball. And they taught us, don't move your foot to where it scores, but move it. Just so when that fucking ball hits,
correct,
it doesn't shatter. My whole entire shin is fucking beat to high hell. But
fuck yeah.
Taking a kick, same thing. Like, just let it loose, let your leg go, and then get back into it.
It's literally the same thing.
Yeah, just let it go. Like, don't snap your leg in half for some dumb shit.
Because when you lift it here, I can still, from here, I can step right into a right hand, or I can step into a jab. You know what I'm saying? I can step right back into it. So I don't lose range and distance. Yeah. So then I can step. And when he sweeps by, you're wide open, you can move in. So, like I said, my thing, what makes me great, what's helped me to win on all levels, was teaching range and distance because you'll get these fucking kids, and it's funny, these kids will have 1 million fucking followers teaching cardio boxing, and I'm watching, I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers kids is making crazy money because they know this new age shit. I'm too old for that, but they do all this new age shit and get all these people following them. And I'm like, like, what fight you seen where this motherfucker gonna throw a 10-piece combination? I was like, motherfucker, you gonna get your ass knocked smooth the fuck out. If you miss one, you miss two, you better get on defense, homie. You know what I'm saying? No one throws a 10-piece combination for a reason.
Well, people fucking will follow anything nowadays. If they
Oh
think
my
it's
God.
anybody, you see 1 million followers, oh, this guy must know what he's doing.
Oh my God.
Not
Or
necessarily.
their hand pads.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing, brother? No one throws punches like that. Where's the defense? You know what I'm saying? And that's what me and Floyd used to get into it. Me and his family. I told you when I hit his uncle with the chair.
With the chair. Great
So,
story.
We would all get into it because I would tell him. So every time a fighter came in, I remember it was Hasim Rockman. We're up in Mount Charleston. That's where everybody runs. So it's like 8,000 feet will go up outside of Vegas and run. So we're running up in the fucking mountains, right? And you can hear like, it's so quiet. You can hear the rocks of the feet. It's dope because it's so quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can hear the noise of the feet from miles away. It ricochets off the mountains. So I could hear someone coming. So I'm like, oh, okay. So next you know, it's Hasim Rockman. He's running this way. I was like, what's up, champ? You know what I'm saying? Because he heavyweight champ of the world. So I talk to him and say, so who are you working with, baby? He says, oh man, I'm working with Rock. No, he's working with Jeff Mayweather, some shit. I was like, oh, okay, man, we'll see you at the gym. Man, I couldn't get off that mountain quick enough. I ran down to that fucking casino. I knew you would get your ass whooped. You fucking with them? You know what I'm saying? This fucker's big as shit. And all that bullshit.
All that dancing ain't gonna do shit.
Oh my God. So all the fighters, we knew that Mayweathers were training some people. We'd run down there, man, and make bets that dude was gonna get his ass whooped. We were cleaning up at the casino. Cleaning up. So Floyd, he was pissed off and he found out what we was doing. And he was pissed off and he's saying shit to me and stuff like that. And I was like, look here, little bitch. You know, I'll beat your ass, boy. You understand? I'm going to fucking grab. My fucking woman weighs more than you. Are you kidding me? You're a bad dude in your weight division.
In your world, dude.
In your weight division at 130-pound bitches. But I'm going to whoop your ass. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know? So I tell you another quick story. So we're like fucking... He's pissed off at us, right? So I'm like, whatever. So I'm at the house feeding my daughter and stuff. Like I remember I'm feeding her, I'm getting her food together. So my brother calls me. He says, hey, bro, I'm in Best Buy. Floyd came in here with like 10 guys, right? Some guys from the gym. I was like, for real? He's like, yeah, they trying to jump me down here at Best Buy. So I was like, oh, hell no. I'll be there in a minute, right? So as fathers, you know, when you got your baby, she's little, you're feeding her, that's our time.
Yeah.
That's my time, baby. So I had to put the bowl down past her mama, so I'm pissed now. So I'm driving down, you know what I'm saying? And when I'm pulling up, there's like 10 cops out there. They got my brother on one side. They got Floyd, all his friends on the other side. So I'm like, cool. So I pull up in the 71 Pontiac. Remember, she barking. You know, the engine's loud. I got my little shift kit, you know, she doing her thing. So I see them and I'm pissed, right? Because the cops are outside. So I pull up, I park in the fucking handicap right in front of them. So I get out the car, I start walking towards Floyd, right? So I just keep walking. Floyd's staring at me. He see me coming. My brother's staring at me like, fuck, it's like 10 cops out there. I walk right up to Floyd. He's in the front door of the Best Buy. I walk right up to him. Bing, I headbutt him in the mouth, right? Boom, he falls on the ground. His bitch starts screaming at everybody. We start fighting this shit. I'm fighting the other guys. I'm doing all kind of shit, right? So they body slam me. They hog tie me up. What the fuck? You motherfucker, they're calling me. You're going to come here fucking fighting right here and shit. You see us? And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I saw you. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking fighters, dude.
That's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we do. So they handcuffed me, they pulled me, they start taking me down behind the Best Buy, taking me down. Like, oh man, they're gonna beat my ass. I'm like, fuck. So I'm trying to get my mind ready. You know, I'm about to get billy clubbed or tased or some shit. Oh my God. So I'm like, here we go. So I'm against the wall. And they're like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, you know, hey man, I hate that motherfucker. He's all, I fucking hate that fucker too. I was like, for real? He's like, take the fucking cuffs off of him. They take the cuffs off and he goes, and you have a nice day. I walk back to my car. They're going to jail. Floyd's like, what the fuck? He's looking. I drive off. They let me go home, even after I fought him in Best Buy.
That just shows most of America, I think, would agreed with you in taking you out of the handcuffs.
I was like,
Everyone was
fuck
tired
it.
of that guy's shit.
Fuck it.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Right in the Best Buy. But hey, you took care of your brother.
Yeah, he let me
We
ride.
talked about it earlier.
Fuck
Family.
yeah.
He called, you came, and fuck it, 10 cops or not, I'm going to come in there and knock somebody's head off.
Gotta do what I gotta do, baby.
So that is incredible.
I do what I gotta do.
One last thing I wanted to talk about with you is you have a new platform coming out.
Yes, sir.
So I want to tell the viewers about it, kind
Love
of
to.
plug it in there. So tell us a little bit about that platform you have coming out.
So it's called Fantasy Mmadness. You know what I'm saying? 2 M's like MMA.
Okay.
And it was, I want to say it's probably a 3-year process because all the major sports have their fantasy sports.
Mhm.
You know, fantasy football, baseball, the whole 9. You know, and I can say, why can't we have ours? You know, and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, so I took all from managing, trainer, like reffing fights, being a fighter. I took all aspects of that and said, okay, I got to take one fight and make that into a season. So I designed, you know, different aspects of scoring, head punches, body punches, total punches, round winner, round loser, and also KO and survival points. So the user will come in and say, you know what? Okay, you have both fighters. So it's a whole different concept. I wanted to get away from Las Vegas and saying, okay, I'm gonna pick fighter A to win or fighter B to win. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. It's like, nah, brother, you know, you have both of them. So what you're gonna do is pick out of that and dictate what you're gonna do and what I'm gonna do. That's how you're gonna score your points. You know what I'm saying? And so every round, it's going to dictate you on the leaderboard how many points you get from fighter A and fighter B.
Oh, that's cool.
So you're
Yeah.
sitting there
Yeah.
screaming for both guys because I want the fighter. My thing is, you love it, I love it.
Yeah.
So that's the key. We both love something. So I got love for you. You feel me? As a fighter. So I wanted, even if that fighter's getting his ass whooped from jump, you're still cheering for him.
Yeah.
No matter what, because you need 5 more points. You
Yeah.
say, come on, motherfucker, throw 5 more punches.
Yeah.
So you're literally screaming for both guys. So it puts your mind in a whole different aspect because you're going against your brother. You know what I'm saying? He don't pick, you got his points. So you're seeing the leaderboard shift because, you know, you're getting these many points in that round. So you're like, damn, I'm in third place. You still got another round, baby. So that every fight, you're still judging and you're getting points on every single round. And that was makes it so unique.
That's super cool. That's a different aspect of it. I like that. Not the single fighter, not just like, oh, I'm going to throw a bet on this guy to win.
Correct.
That's how we are with bare knuckle. When we first kind of got into it, we don't really give a shit
Just want to
unless we know the fighter.
Yes,
Like,
right.
we're going for our fighter. But other than that, I mean, first round, we're cheering this guy. Second round, we're cheering this. It's pretty much just a back and forth. We're happy to whoever wins. But
Yeah.
like that would be, that's huge. That way you can kind of, you need that guy. Then you're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, this guy got 10 points. Oh, wait a second. All right, buddy, next round, I need you to come back out. We need another 5 points out of
Correct.
you. That's pretty cool
You
aspect.
want carnage.
Yeah.
That's it. You, like I tell people, like, you have your favorite fighters and stuff like that, but I don't give a damn if it's a great and that guy gives it back to him and they fucking battle. You will stand up and be like,
Yep.
that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I pay my money for. That's what I want to see. I want to see, you know, I want to see some good fucking fights.
That's all I want to see. I mean, there's nothing more boring than a boring fight.
Oh
Like,
my God.
turn it on and paying money for.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a UFC fight. Not going to call out what fight it was, but it was the worst main event I've watched in the last 10 years.
Correct.
So, and this the whole time I'm like, I just paid $80 for this.
Right.
What the fuck is this? But if I had something like that, I could be more like, hey, this is boring, but if he gets this or lands this, we can kind of get something going with it. But
Because you're having a fight with every other user to
Yeah.
win that pot.
yeah,
So you're invested in this fight. So it doesn't become as boring because you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I got some points on this guy. So it makes that boring fight a little bit different.
A little more fun. Yeah,
Exactly.
That'd be huge because there's
Mhm.
a lot of fights I watch where I'm like, damn it, like I gotta watch it now. Like,
Correct.
I paid here. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I've already stayed up late. We're watching this go through. But if I could throw an aspect like that in, and I like to gamble a little bit.
Yeah, win some money, shit.
Yeah, win some money on some stuff. But there's just some fights where you're just like, holy fuck. I threw
Definitely.
money on this guy, and
Yeah.
this is what he came out. He talked shit, and I threw money on him, and this is what I'm getting out of him.
Straight up.
This sucks. Like,
And another thing too, I did it because I wanted to give back to the fighters. So with that aspect, I also developed the affiliate program for the fighters and stuff like that. And even guys like this that have a platform, you know what I'm saying? So the affiliates can also put on fights. And then I invented shadow fights as well. So any fights that happened in the past, those fights can be rescored with this system. And people say, oh, you can go watch the fight. But you also have another part where you'll have a 500 point. So if there's a knockout in that fight, or even there isn't a knockout, there's a 500 point bonus that's floating around in there, and you got to find out where it's at. So it's like the best guess. So it always makes all those fights relevant again. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome. Yeah.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? So it makes them all so relevant again and so different. And I'm just trying to get it out there as much as I can so people can understand it. But you can also give back to your fighter because he can go on as an affiliate and put on fights, promote fights, and generate money. Because I mean, we learn to be the best fighters in the world, and a lot of fighters, they give all they got. You know, they give their brains, they give their bodies, and what else can they do? They have become so professional at what they do. Where the fuck can they use it?
Yeah.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? They're famous guys. They'll go get a regular job. Who's gonna hire him? You know? He doesn't move as good as he used to. He doesn't talk as good as he used to. So I'm trying to give back to those guys. So your favorite fighter, you know, he's throwing that fight. He's getting that money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he gave us great years.
Yeah.
So let's give back
That's
to him.
awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
I have promoted that a few times on this podcast, especially for local guys around here.
Mhm.
Like, these guys train, they live, eat, and breathe fighting. It's just like someone in the military.
Yeah.
You got a lot of guys come back from the military, dude. They don't know what the fuck to do. They just want to go back. That's what they were bred to do.
That's it.
They leave high school, they leave college. That's all they know what to do. It's the same thing with fighters. And like, you know, I always tell local business people around, I'm always talking like, promote these guys, do something for these guys, give them $250 a month or fucking $100 for a video, anything, because they're chasing their dream.
Correct.
And they're the most loyal. I'll tell you this: every fighter I've ever met has been one of the most loyal motherfuckers I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like, they do exactly what they say they're gonna do, and they'll go beyond. Like, you didn't even ask them to do that, and they're like, "Oh, I just felt like, you know, you guys have done a lot for me, so
Right.
I wanted to go above and beyond for you." And that aspect of you having the affiliate where it can go back into that shadow and back to those older fights.
Correct.
Make those guys some money and just all around. That's pretty fun. That's awesome. Like, that's chasing a dream. You got to have people around you that see your dream and help you along in that dream. And fighting is one of those worlds where to chase it, most guys, any guys I ever talked to, if you ask them where they started, I asked you today, I didn't have shit. I didn't have $1 to my name. I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do. I was living on welfare. I was, you know, selling drugs. I was whatever to make some cash,
Yes.
just so I could go into the gym and train.
And I tell the truth.
Yeah.
No matter how much, you know, people might look at you or they might see that it looks great. Like everyone see all of my accolades and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And another reason too, and I would never be where I'm at right now if I didn't have my wife. She was there, bro. She fucking helped. She filled the holes and motherfucker when there's a goddamn canyon, Jack. She was the glue and all of that shit to help me get through it. You know what I'm saying? I love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? So you want to give props to all those people that had those big stuff. You know, the world titles and all that stuff. That shit is fucking great, man. I do. I love it. I appreciate it. But what about the people those little stories in your life that got you there, or that little bit of advice, you know what I'm saying, that got you there, you know, and stuff like that. But a quick note, like to help out those fighters and stuff like that, it was because a whole nother section. Because after we win these titles, and I get my brother to be a world champion 3 times over. My first fighter, I make world champion. You know what I'm saying? That's how crazy this story gets. He makes world champion 3 times over. You know what I'm saying? My brother has 5 amateur fights. He's 5 foot nothing, 200 and nothing. But he's fighting motherfuckers 6'6", 6'9", 7, knocking them the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But he gets all of that. And then we go to another country. So I know your time is getting short. We go to New Zealand. And we're over there training for the fight for the world title. And he's running, but a car is coming at him. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to jump out of the way and slipped off the side of a fucking bridge. Landed on his back at the bottom of the bridge. He broke his back in 2 places and he broke his neck. All of that shit in one city. And this fucker was still able to get up and come to the top of the road and walk out of there. And he had to lay in the bed for a week. That was a blessing that happened in New Zealand because because it's free.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, healthcare over there is all free.
So he didn't have no doctor on the island that could do that surgery. So that surgery, his shit was broken so bad. This fucker walked though. He walked back up. So his shit was broken so bad. New Zealand sent out the specialist all the way in Germany. He couldn't be there until next week. So my brother had to lay in that bed for 1 week. Immobilized, couldn't do shit. And this man came in, I had to give a shout. If I knew his name, I hit him with it. He took surgery on my brother that night, and at 6 o'clock that morning, he made my brother stand up. Because he put the cage in, they have the cage on your head?
Yeah.
He took it and put it inside. Tell me this crazy shit. He put it inside and he told him, get up off the bed. And my brother's like, what the fuck are you doing? Because he's been in the bed for 7 days. He grabs him. No, you're fine. Stand up. And makes him stand up, sit at the edge of the bed for an hour, get up off the bed, and then walk down the hallway. I'm like this. What the fuck?
This motherfucker's back was just broken 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
Here we are.
And 1 week later, he's got him walking down the hallway. You understand?
That's awesome.
It's like just the craziest stories. Like I said, the highs and the lows and the crazy stories. Like I said, this is 27 years of this shit. It's unbelievable.
That's why I wanted to really start this podcast, was like we discussed before we even started, is I get so tired of all the sports talk shit. Like,
Yes, sir.
Oh, this guy threw 50 punches last week. He won 2. Hey, buddy, tell us more about it. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I watched the fight. I saw what he did.
Yes.
Like, I saw what he did. But, like, what got him there? What's his crazy story? What's his crazy fight stories?
Yes.
What turned it on? I had one guy say he got in a fucking fight one time. He never fought. He got in a fight. And he said, holy shit, I like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he just started fighting. Like, that's the shit I want to hear. I don't really give a shit about your stats all that much.
Me neither. You know what I'm saying?
I like the mentality of the fighter, who the fighter is. And that's how I pick fighters that I like. I just know they're insane.
Mm-hmm.
They're just insane people. And I like that intense, insane mentality they have. And you kind of feel like you know who they are. They're open about who they are. They don't give a shit who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I want to start this podcast and get these guys in, get guys like you. People might know you as just Kelly Davis, the boxing coach.
Correct.
Now we know Kelly Davis of 27 years worth of stories and what got him here. What got him to being a coach. And that stuff you can't just look that up online. Like that story's not just going to be there. Those stories are going to be there. And I've heard a lot of funny and cool and interesting, some crazy stories today, awesome stories. Like I'm happy and glad you shared those with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want people to hear about you and hear about the fighters that come in here. And that's how I want them to pick their fighters. That's who they are. Not, you see the guy with 5 million followers and he's flashing his money and his fucking Ferraris and all that shit. That guy's probably a douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
That guy probably has no story. He probably had money. People paid for him the whole way. There's nothing interesting. Now, the other dude who was quiet was driving in his Pontiac, sliding in from, that's the story I want to hear.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So,
and it's for the guests, that's why I asked, your father, what I'm saying? I was saying, because I've done that. I've talked about, we've done the punches and the kicks and the training camps and all of that, but what about the people that had an inspiration in my life to get me here, or the stupid shit I did? You know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed of that. I'm like, because it's part of who it makes me me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the fighters know about this when we're in the gym. I'm telling them all this stuff. They're like, holy shit, coach, fuck, man, what the fuck, bro? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you know Phil Rowe. So I trained Phil Rowe. He's in the UFC. I trained him for so long. It's like 9 years, and he knew a little because he's been around me so long. But when we went to Vegas, like the commissioner was like, "This is your trainer? This fucking guy here, man.
Yeah,
he
this
did this." He's like, "Him?" I was like, "I told you, bro." And the trainer's like, "Remember you hit my guy, knocked all of his teeth out, and he spit them in my hand?" I forgot all about it. But it was 20-some years ago, and this guy was telling my guy about it. I'm like, shit, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, those are crazy fucking things. You're just like, oh shit, it's this fucking guy. I thought we got rid of this guy.
Yes.
And no one knows that backstory. They see you standing there behind the guy on the thing, and that's how a lot of people know the sport.
100%.
And I wanted people like, I know behind the sport a little bit better. I know the guys that are in it, whatever realm it's in, from boxing, kickboxing, bare knuckle, UFC, MMA, Bellator, any of those. All the guys are gritty. They all have a crazy story most of the time when you talk to them. And that's what makes it cool as shit. You take a guy who might have been nobody to a guy that's now one of the baddest fucking dudes on the planet.
Correct.
And that's that was the most interesting thing. That's what I told, my dad. He runs this company. I was like, dude, I want to get to know these guys. We're meeting these guys. I see these guys. I listen to all this shit. All this shit's boring.
Correct.
Let's hear them. And we've heard some good shit out of these guys. The stuff that I wanted to hear, and the stuff that, people love it. It's what they want to hear. No one gives a shit. I want to hear about all the crazy stories.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit what you ate for breakfast before the fight.
Yeah.
Did you beat someone's ass in an alleyway before the fight? Tell me that story, something like that. So.
Give them the raw and dirty where you come from, because I hate to talk about all the highs, and I've had them, and I've done that. We can revisit those things, but what about the lows?
The lows.
I still want to give, my fighters that fell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love those guys. Sam Young, you know what I'm saying? Jackson Bustle. You know what I'm saying? These are fighters that fail in the game. So when you try to when you see these trainers saying, well, I'm going to train this guy. He ain't nothing but a fucking 2 years older than you. You understand? Like, what are you talking about, brother? When I usually say my whole resume, which is a mile long, to say you're a father and I'm training your daughters. I know you got 2 babies. We got one coming. So I'm going to be training them. I'm going to send you my entire resume. It's going to be a mile long so you can see how I take my job, how seriously I take my job, because I don't have to ask you how much you love your baby. I know. You understand? So I want to make sure they're in the best hands possible when they get into this dangerous fucking sport.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. And these trainers out here, I've been looking at YouTube. Oh, so you got it down now, huh?
Yeah, you got it. You
know exactly what the guy's going through. You know what he's feeling, huh?
Yeah.
These guys will have a fucking instruction like, brother, you can see he's in pain, but you're sticking on the same instructions. This shit is scoped it out. You wrote this down. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to change on the run, goddammit. You understand? When you come back, and I know your eyes like this, I know how that shit feel. You understand? And you got 2 more rounds to go. I know what you're going through.
Yeah.
I know exactly what to say. Run away. Sometimes just run away, goddammit.
Stay away.
But I'm gonna show you how to look like you're moving, but you're really running.
Yeah.
You understand? To give yourself a little time to get yourself back together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know all of these things, because you have men's lives in your hands, and you better take your fucking job as serious as possible, because he feeds his family this way, same as you. So these are very dangerous individuals. So you have to have your coaching skills on point, know what you're doing, and know you've been taught well by a bunch of people. That's why I try to give all those trainers that taught me. They really didn't teach me, but I stole it from them. But I'm still giving them credit for it. You know what I'm saying? These old fuckers still around. I'm still giving them credit for, for just being there. And I can steal your shit. You know what I'm saying? And I can copy it, put it down and make it work for me. You know what I'm saying? And you got to learn that way. Put the time in, put the effort in. You know what I'm saying?
That's coaching across a whole aspect, though.
Fuck yeah,
Every
bro.
coach ever has watched someone else. He didn't teach them, but he saw it. It worked. I take it.
Correct.
And then you put your own spin on it. And,
Coaching tree.
So, I mean, that's how it goes. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not stealing. It's you did learn it in an aspect. And then you said, well, I'm going to fucking take this.
Reason why I say stealing now, because they'll whoop your ass.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These trainers, they might be old senior citizens, Jack, but in the boxing game, if they see you watching, trying to steal their game, man, here they come. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes like this, I'm watching, and then look, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Plug in here.
Yeah, that shit is real.
Yeah.
That shit is real because you better be real subtle about your moves. So
Yeah.
that shit is real.
Well, we've heard some crazy shit today, and I'm happy you came on. This is exactly what I wanted.
Yes, sir.
A coach to come on and hear your fight stories, your career, and then how you became a coach. It's been incredible to listen to you, and we appreciate you coming on. I think the viewers are going to really like this one. There's some good shit hidden in there, some good stories in there.
Sir.
So I appreciate you coming out today. Again, guys, this is Kelly Davis, combat sports coach. He's the fucking man. He's got a fan in me forever. And I think I'm going to put my 2 daughters with him, get some hand-to-hand combat skills going.
100%.
So again, Kelly, thank you for coming out here to the McBastard studio. And guys, this is a wrap on Salty's Fight Time.
Thanks for having me.
Will I be lost along the way? Will I be just another